Otso Diretso best decry abuse of power by leaders, public officials. Metro Manila, CNN Philippines, April 29. Senatorial candidate from the opposition coalition Otso Diretso spoke against the alleged abuse of power by President Rodrigo Duterte and other elected and appointed officials. Samira Gutoc, a former member of the Bangsamoro Transition Commission who resigned in protest after Duterte made a rape joke, said Saturday the president abused the power granted to him with hate, policies and threatening statements against journalists, women, and the people of Mindanao. There is an overstretch of power when martial law is declared on one part of the country in Mindanao. There is overstretch of power when journalists are arrested. There is an overstretch of power when local governments are afraid to host the Otso Diretso in their locations. There is overstretch of power when there is fear and judges are killed, lawyers are killed, civilians are afraid to go out in the streets. There is an overstretch of power when we do not question his rape jokes and statements against women, the Marawi civic leader said at the CNN Philippines Senatorial Debate. Otso Diretso candidate in Canada said the Senate stands to keep mum on the thousands of what he said were extrajudicial killings conducted by the police under the Duterte administration's war against drugs as indicative of abuse of power. He also blamed Duterte for using the fear tactic in carrying out his policies. There's abuse of power when the Senate keeps quiet as the killings continue and does not have investigations. There's abuse of power when the president uses fear to conduct his policies in the country. There's abuse of power when you use the fourth barrel as a means to buy votes of congressmen and of senators, he said. Meanwhile, Senate hopeful Romy McAlintal said the power given to the country's public officials under the Constitution is not excessive. However, the problem lies with how the power is executed. He gave as example of the unprecedented ouster of former Supreme Court Chief Justice Maria Lord Sereno in May 2018 through a quo warranto case. Ang problemanatin, grave abuse of the exercise of these powers. Kapag nagkaroon kang abuso sa kakumpulan, yan ang dapat nating ipinaglalaban. Grave abuse of power, paano mo matatanggal sa Court Supreme ang isang Chief Justice nang wala naman kasayan na nari siyang natanggal sa pamamagitan nitong quo warranto proceedings. So it is not really enumerating the powers but understanding if the powers are being abused by the powers of authority, he said. Thank you for watching. Please subscribe.